Let me get the next one going. This should run right as well. This is MindSeize. This was capturing earlier. Oh, there it goes. New game. How to play. Snow starts right in the middle of the action without tutorials. Okay. Melee attacks are strong and heal you a bit on kills, but need some amount of energy to use. Hitting enemies with your gun regenerates energy, but is significantly weaker than melee. So yeah, pew pew pew, coming close, smack. Controller time. Will it recognize my controller? No. Let's restart the game. With the controller active this time. Games tend to do that. Like, this is a controller that kind of plugs in, boots up. Like, it's wired and all that. So, just as long as it recognizes. Yep, there we go. Pew pew pew. There's our melee. See our health, energy. We have heals. We have jump. I wonder if this is going to be like Souls-like combat at all. Save point. Ooh. Okay, cool. You stick very easily. Kind of, I don't know, the running animation looks a little sluggish, but your movement doesn't feel sluggish. So, I don't know. Oh, that's just a bottomless pit. Okay. Maybe should have assumed as such, but oh well. There's no reason to be down there. Can we get back up? Oh! Okay, so we had options. It just wasn't clear. Yeah, getting hit even once is pretty brutal. I don't know what the blue bar is. I feel like that might have been explained, but I don't know. Is this a thing I can kill, or is that's just background? These are just lights. Mer. So I believe this is kind of Metroidvania in level design and overall flow. Which, very rude. Which, if that's the case, it's not going to be super obvious until you're in a ways. That flows about right. You have to give it a moment to really stick to the wall. But then once you do, yeah, the jump back and forth is fair. I'm getting beat up on like a lot. Where are we headed? Bugged out the animation a little bit, unfortunately. That thing was quite rude. Music is alright. I kind of feel like, well, I feel like they could go more minimal. This is, you know, kind of a more active industrial. Am I stuck? No. I felt stuck for a moment. I don't know, I do like that you can, you know, break through walls like that. It's kind of cool. Come on. That's what we want to do. For no other reason than to see that I can do it. Oh yeah, this is Metroidvania. Absolutely. But like, I'm seeing a setting like this, and I'm thinking a lot more Metroid than Vania, which is making me think like Metroid style soundtrack, which is very sparse. Like, yeah, this running animation is pretty slow. Your movement speed is fine, it just looks slow. It's safe to come down here. Got him? But yeah, it's the soundtrack stuff is just because that's kind of what immediately comes to mind with this presentation. It's not to say that it should be more Metroid-like. If anything, it should be like avoiding being Metroid-like. These all look like ladders that I should be able to climb, and I can't. That's something that fell away. Those are death spikes. Ooh, not gonna make that jump. Kinda one way. At this point, we're seeing enough enemies that, like, it's reasonable to get your health back. Oh, there's gonna be a way to, like... There's gonna be a morph ball. There's got to be. Because, I mean, otherwise we're literally stuck. So, like... Oh. There isn't a morph ball, there's a slide. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Smoosh. And another smush. I don't see the value in those yet. Other than to, like, close off areas, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. Also. Like, maybe it threw us in a little too blind. Like, okay, I see there's the exclamation mark, and yes, okay, I could have gotten there. I have a feeling I know how I could have gotten there. But at this stage, I don't know if I have a way back. It's like you can do a dash jump sort of thing, I think. Maybe? I don't know. Ooh, this is a nice pit of death. We're just gonna run away from the pit of death. Refill everything. Ah. Okay, it wants me to, like, there's something to do there. Clearly. But I can't shoot it down. Oh yeah, saving just... replenishes all of that. There's an enemy back there, but no clue on how you'd access it. I'm not yet having much desire to use the gun. That's a bit of a precision grab. Yeah, like there's nowhere up there that I can go. Oh. Let's do it like this. Oh, wait. If I toggle that, then that goes down. Okay, a little bit of puzzling. Those are very annoying enemies, so kudos for making such an annoying enemy right out of the gate. They respawn pretty frequently. Alright, that's some progression, I suppose. I don't know, maybe our attack got stronger? We were doing 10 earlier, now we're doing 12. But I don't know. I just straight up fell to my death, I guess. Landed on spikes. Yep, these spikes right here. That's a door we can't get through. The fan is on. I'm gonna call it out every time it happens just so, like, you can understand why the noise is there, basically. Because I know it can be a little loud. This is nice platforming, at least. It's not unfair, not impossible to read, which I think is the important part. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to, like... I want you to drop a bomb, like, right here. It's a secret. Is that just like a straight shoot down? Like... Like if I keep going, it's just gonna... keep going? Hey Chris, this is the game soundtrack. Unless you're talking about the noise in the background. Like I said, it is, you know, proper industrial, which honestly fits the visual as well. I was just saying, with this being a Metroidvania and having a sci-fi industrial atmosphere, really any sort of sci-fi atmosphere, I kind of find myself expecting more of that minimalism. I'm gonna chug. Let's hit up our Estus real quick. Destroy that thing out of principle. Get through. Yeah, so far, like, I'm a little mixed, but I feel like it's still got plenty of potential. I think right now my main complaint is just, I don't know where I'm going. I don't really have much instruction on where I'm going. And I don't know if that's because I'm obviously supposed to go like to a specific spot to where that exclamation mark is, and I'm just avoiding it. Or if it's because the level layout is such that it doesn't strongly gate me one direction or another. I do appreciate the health recovery mechanic in this. I feel like it makes a lot of sense. Creates a bit of cushion for when you do dumb things like that. Yeah, it makes it take longer before you're just out and out dead, which I appreciate. There we go. We want to be up here. Don't want to be, like, killed by this turret. That's a bad, but... Right, that just dissipates. Maybe be a little better about the damage you're taking. Just a little. I really don't think this is the smart way to get to where I'm trying to go. Now this feels very foolish. Feels like a fool's errand. Ah, get away. You know what? Style points there. I feel like I styled on him proper. here. Yeah, it definitely has a bit of Dark Souls just in the flow. The approach to combat. It's a little more specific, I guess. But then you got good old Metroidvania platforming, which is occasionally a bit imprecise. Let's get over here. I think some of that I'm just like not being patient, not paying the correct amount of attention. Like, could be on me. The game also seems to do a fair bit that like implies secrets. Like, we know this was a secret. But there we go. I don't think I can make this jump though. Like, I think this is a nope. Yep, that's a nope. So that's basically a big sign that you need to go not that way. So I guess we do need to go up. So I'm operating on the assumption that I do need to get to that thing way over on the left. The thing that is marked on the map. And that I probably had access to, like, way easier mere moments ago. Oh. We're gonna go ahead and do a bit of this. I'd like to get up there, not where the bomb is. I locked myself there for a moment. This is pre-alpha, so I take that more as a moment of humor than anything. I don't think I can make this jump. I don't think I can make this jump. So I really don't know where to head. I'm gonna try this. That didn't seem to do much. I mean, that ground is kind of cracked, so like there is that. I don't know if if I go back and do it again, will I go further? And if so, like, that's a little annoying. Like, it wouldn't be the worst thing. but you know, forcing me through a loop twice is a bit of a thing. But I could be wrong on this one. Like, I don't know. I also strongly suspect I'm just straight up missing a thing. Like some ability or weapon or whatever. Nope. I mean, that would have been annoying, but clever. Also, those crawly bots can go directly to hell. They would be so kind. Yeah, I think... how to play, yeah. You already saw that. Settings are exactly what I expect. I feel like I just got myself stuck, is all. And maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I feel like I did. And that's a little concerning. So... I know it says, like, oh, we don't have a tutorial. Fair. Like, that's actually super fair. I'm just kind of at a loss. Like, I'm not sure. Well, I think I know where it wanted me to go next. I just had no clue how I was supposed to get there from where I was. And, like, yes, there isn't a tutorial, but there is the whole concept of, like, tutorialization in your level design. And I just felt like the game didn't make it clear enough, like, how are you supposed to interact with things? You know? I don't think... That's probably not a huge issue, like, overall in the game, like going into a full version of it. I would assume and hope. If it is an issue, then that's a huge issue, because you're not really explaining anything to the player. But when you have a tutorial like baked in, you have a lot of opportunity to kind of handhold the player through that. So like that's fair, that's fine. Yeah, I was just left occasionally being like, I don't know what I can do. And like I said, the animations make it look a lot slower than it is. There's, I don't know, if you, like, I feel like if you actually watch, like, Super Metroid or, like, a Castlevania from the SNES era, they actually look kind of janky. Like, in hindsight, they look kind of janky. And this, honestly, the visual style almost reminded me of Genesis, in a weird way. Like, it was making me think of Genesis games. Which it's, you know, nicely executed on that front. Again, just animation seemed odd, but the actual visual work was fine. Music was nice. It's just like that learnability, that tutorialization. I really hope that is something that, with this just being the pre-alpha demo, like super early, I hope that's something that is kind of addressed and improved. And also I want to see, like, what other abilities are there? Like, the only one we got was, like, that slide dash. That's probably what you're supposed to find in here, is a new ability. And, like, that would take you, that would let you go through spots that we couldn't get through and whatnot. That probably opens it up. But the fact that we skipped it or missed it or whatever, is like, where do you... How do you keep the player from messing up in that sort of scenario? Which is not something I can give a meaningful answer to, but it is a question that I accidentally brought up. Because I messed that up.